Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have different versions of your favorite movie on one 4K disc? Well, wonder no more. In today's physical media news topic, we talk about Arrow's use of the technology of seamless branching on their 4K release of Conan the Barbarian and how it's going to impact you directly. And then, of course, we talk about when seamless branching has been used before on disc, and then ultimately what the future of seamless branching looks like and how it's going to impact the community. But before we get into the news, if you love collecting physical media just like me and being a part of this amazing league of mega film fans, make sure you mega smash that subscribe and like button right now. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media news topics. And of course, leave in the comments below, what do you think of seamless branching? So let's get into it. Starting off with the news here, we got Arrow releasing Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer to 4K for the very first time. At least from what I understand, at least stateside. They were before on Blu-ray, but now we're getting both of those movies to ultra high definition, which is awesome. They even have a little combo release of both of them called the Conan Chronicles, which is the one I'm looking towards. But that is fantastic, and it looks like they're jam-packed with a ton of great special features in there. But really the main topic of this video is just talking about the treatment of Conan the Barbarian with this seamless branching technology. Now, if you've never heard of seamless branching on a disc, don't worry, I didn't hear about this until I started researching this information, and I was pretty shocked and surprised, and this sounded super awesome. So what seamless branching is, it's a way to have different versions of the movie, and it's able to transition to different versions of the movie seamlessly, meaning you're not going to see the skips when it skips over certain scenes of a different cut of the movie, because this movie is being released with 3 different versions on one disc. There's going to be a theatrical cut, which I believe is about 127 minutes long. There's an international cut, 129 minutes, and then an extended cut, 130 minutes. So they're only about a minute or two apart, each of the different versions, which is how it's allowed to do this type of seamless branching technology. So this doesn't work for every single movie out there, but it's just cool that you can have this different version you can get to on your disc without having different movies squeezed onto the disc, compression happening, right? You got to switch between different screens and there's a long transition period, or you notice these different skips when it does this. No, this is supposed to be seamless where you're not going to even notice it when you're watching it and you've chosen a different cut of the movie. At least from what I understand, this is just a very surface level understanding because I just started researching this myself. But this seems awesome. I mean, you're getting 3 different cuts of the movie all in one disc. They're not being compressed. It's very convenient now for you just to choose the one you want. And that's pretty exciting, and that's going to be great for people that absolutely love this movie, and I hope I fall in love with this movie myself. But I love how Arrow's using this technology. I love how Arrow's going all out on this release with packaging, features, this 4K edition technology with the branching and the different versions of the movie. It seems like Arrow's doing a great treatment here, so I'm excited to take a look at this one. But now we got to talk about how this actually isn't anything new. That seamless branching technology has been around and utilized before. So just quickly diving into the history of seamless branching technology on disc, apparently this technology has been around a long time, and I didn't even know that until I started doing the research. But apparently DVDs have used it before, Blu-rays, and even other 4K discs. So that's not the first 4K disc to use seamless branching technology. There's a list I look up with about 40 or so titles that mention movies like Halloween Kills and King Kong, just to name a couple there. But you can look up the list yourself if you want. I'll link that in the description below, because I only think this works with certain movies. So I think it's still rare, and I still think it's a really nifty kind of feature, but I think it only works when you're just extending a movie and it jumps over certain scenes. But if you're switching out completely different scenes all entirely, like you add a new ending in there, I don't think the seamless branching technology would work with that. So that's why we still get releases out there with different versions on different discs. For example, the Army of Darkness movie, classic Evil Dead movie released from Scream Factory, they gave us different versions of the film, but on different discs separately, which still look awesome. I'm not complaining about that at all because that's an awesome release that Scream Factory did. But I don't even know if you could do seamless branching if you wanted to on that because, right, they changed a whole completely ending scene to a movie, and I don't know if it would be able to skip over that. Is that a possibility? Maybe it is. Maybe they could have done that. But then why didn't they do that, right? So it's still kind of cool to think about because the seamless branching technology, even though it's been used before, it's not used all the time and definitely not used for every movie. So it's a little bit more of a rarer occurrence. So maybe that's why Arrow is celebrating it. And plus, with this Conan movie, there's 3 different versions, which is another reason to kind of celebrate because that's really cool to have 3 different editions all with that seamless branching technology on one disc. So maybe that's the key there that they're really pumped up and excited about. But now let's talk about how this can impact the future of the collecting community and if this is going to be utilized anymore. So looking towards this as maybe becoming a trend in the future, I could see this definitely happening, that especially boutique labels really utilizing the seamless branching technology on their 4Ks when they can. Once again, if it's available for the movie, why wouldn't you want this? Especially because you don't notice a difference at all. I mean, it says seamless, hopefully they live up to that. But that would be so cool just to have all these different versions on a certain disc. It's so much more convenient than to have these discs separately. Imagine, right, you want to look at a different version of the Conan movie right after you're done watching one version and you want to go through all 3 like a marathon. Well, if you had to have separate discs, you'd have to take out the disc, put the new one in, and it's just more hassle switching out these discs. And if you can prevent that by having all the different versions on one disc, then why not? Why not make it more convenient if you're not degrading any of the quality with compression issues or anything like that? Why not go with that kind of technology? I think it can definitely benefit collectors out there and just home viewing out there in general. And so I'm excited for this to maybe become a trend where they can use this where they can when they have different versions of a film that this technology absolutely works for. Let's see more of this. Arrow is doing a great job with this, and I hope other labels do follow suit with this one because I just think it's a really cool, nifty idea, and I hope they pulled it off. And I can't wait to actually look at this movie when I get it in maybe a future sale. Don't know if it's going to be a day one pickup, probably going to wait for a future sale, but I do really want the Conan Chronicles just to get both movies. And actually, the price isn't too bad for both 4K movies. I know some people want them separate, which that's cool too, but I'm always kind of the deal person where I want to save where I can. So if I can save and still get all the movies in one little thing, I will take that all day. So I'm very excited though that Arrow's giving these different options. That's cool. Arrow is just giving us different options in the best way possible. Absolutely love that. So Arrow has been killing it lately. Arrow had a great Shocktober sale. Now they're having amazing release announcements. I mean, Arrow is just a boutique label, absolutely killing it. And I love that they're becoming the trendsetter in a lot of these different aspects. So I'm excited for this branching technology to be used in future movies. But what do you guys think out there? Let me know in the comments below. Once again, if you haven't hit that subscribe and like button, if you made it through the end of this video, you know you love the content. Go ahead and do that. And if you enjoy this physical media topic, go ahead and mega click another video right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters.